Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Jimmy and this is Patriots Glow. Today we've got a guest star, my son Gabe, and he is going to come along with us for the ride of building a rustic farmhouse style coffee table. My wife's been wanting one. We've had most of the wood cut out for it, ready to go, and he wants to be a part of making this for our house. We're going to work on this together. Majority of everything I'm going to go ahead and let him do, and I'm going to teach him along the way. So if this is your first time and you're wondering if you can do it, I'm going to have him do it and walk him through it. So stick around. You can learn how to do this yourself and make something really nice for your house or to sell. All right, so if you guys want to learn how to build this, stick around. We'll work on it together and you'll get to see what we're doing. Okay, everybody, so right here you're going to see Gabe come out to 18 inches, and all of these legs are actually going to be 18 inches. Now, I do say this in every video, make sure when you first start your cuts, especially for legs, you take that end cut, that was done off camera, but you go ahead and take that end cut so you know everything is cut flush. All right, now that we have all four legs cut down to 18 inches, we're going to go ahead and take these over to the planer. We're going to run all four sides on the planer, and that's basically, we're using it as a thickness planer. We just want this to be slightly smaller, and we want to give more of a squared off edge. So clean up all the faces. We don't have to do a bunch of sanding that way, but remember, you can always do that sanding or even run this on your table saw to get all of these surfaces nice, flat, and clean. So we're going to go ahead and go over there and get this done now. This is where we're going to go ahead and start planing all of these 4x4s down. But always remember, this can either be done on a table saw if you don't have a planer to get those flush ends, or you can just go ahead and sand everything down. You don't actually have to have a planer at all, or a table saw. Okay, so we got all of the 4x4s planed down, and now we are going to head over to the planer with the 2x6s. Now, like I said, these have already been cut, but they've been cut at 48 inches long, and that is how long our coffee table is going to be. So unfortunately, I did that before I knew Gabe was going to want to make this coffee table with me. But now that I know he's going to come over and he's actually going to plane these sides down. Once again, you don't have to plane any of this. Any of this can be done with a sander. So let's go ahead and get over there and plane these down. I am not going to force anybody to watch us plane 2 times in a row. Just run them through the planer and be done with it. All right, now that we went ahead and got everything planed down, and remember, you can always just go ahead and sand everything down, and maybe that's the way I should have had him do it, because that's how we all start out doing it before we get a planer. But we're going to go ahead and take these now, and we're going to get some pocket holes screwed into these, and we're going to go ahead and get these screwed together. Okay, so here we are going to start drilling our pocket hole screws, and I go over some of the measurements, things of that nature with him, and explaining knocking out those excess chips so you get a nice, easy drill. Just so everybody knows that if you get online, there is actually a chart, and charts made specifically from Kreg, on how deep your pocket hole screws need to be and what thicknesses of boards you need to make those. So I will go ahead and throw a picture of that here. If you need more of an explanation for that, go ahead and look it up online. It's super easy. You can Google it and get all of your measurements and depths. Just as a reminder, I want to let everyone know that here on the channel, we really support veteran mental health awareness. And I just wanted to reach out. If you or anyone that you know is struggling with their mental health, please remember you're not alone. There is support available, whether it's reaching out to a mental health professional, a veteran support group, or even just a trusted friend or family member. The most important thing is that you reach out before the darkness feels too heavy. And if you guys would like to support our fight against veteran suicide, a portion of all of our proceeds go to making memorial plaques and getting help for veterans. So please, if you can, support the channel, like, subscribe, and we'll link the Patreon page and the Etsy store down below. Thank you so much for all of your guys' support. And please, if anyone ever needs anything, feel free to reach out. My email is down in the description box as well. Okay, so now that we have all the pocket hole screws drilled out, I'm going to go ahead and show him to line up those boards, put wood glue on there. I ended up using Titebond 2, and we put 2 screws on the left side, right side, and in the center. So this should hold together really, really well. And of course, that brings us to what he loves doing the most, and every woodworker does, is doing a ton of sanding. So he definitely got to learn what it's all about, sanding everything down, making sure all things are nice and smooth. So these are all 2x4s that we went ahead and cut for the bottom frame portion. One set is measured at 37 inches, and that'll be a 2x4 on the top, 2x4 in the center of those legs. And then the other side is 21 inches, and that will also be for the top and the bottom. So we will go ahead and get some pocket hole screws drilled into these as well after he got all that sanding done and we got these cut down. Okay, so now that he's got that, he's going to go ahead and put some wood glue on there and get these all screwed in for that bottom base. Okay, so now that we have that entire base put together with those pocket hole screws, we're going to go ahead and come through and put small notches right here and use what are called Z-clips, and you can pick these up on Amazon. I'll link them down in the description box below, but it's very simple, very easy. I use my router. I router it out a small notch there, and I went ahead and did that for him because it would have been his first time doing something like that, and he was kind of nervous to do it. So get those in, and I put, I think, 3 on the sides and 4 or 5 on the longer ends. But get those put in all the way around and get those in. Those will hold the table base to the tabletop with giving some flexibility and give so that this table can flex in and out. All right, so there you guys go. This is almost the finished build. We are going to end up coming through with a clear coat and putting probably 3 to 5 layers of clear coat on this. At least the top side, maybe just a couple on the sides, but definitely 3 to 5 coats on the top to protect this. But really, it's that simple and that easy. The thing is with a little bit of help, a 13-year-old can do it. He's never worked in the garage, never actually built anything. So this was his first project that he built with my help. And I think anybody out there, you guys can do this. So if you're ever struggling or worried about making furniture, please don't feel afraid. Go out and do it. I mean, shoot, it's as easy as making a farmhouse or rustic decor, and that will allow some of your imperfections that you're going to end up having. Gabe, I need you.
That was you. Okay. I built that with you, the American flag.
You know what? Just for that, I'm leaving that in.
Dad.
All right, so there you go, guys. As easy as that, he was able to put this together. I'm going to say with all of the time on a Saturday, this could be done by you. And it was done by a 13-year-old with some of my help and obviously all of my tools. But this is definitely something that anybody can make. Farmhouse, rustic decor. It looks great. I think the wife is going to love it. It's going to be something that him and I are going to be able to say that we took the time and built together, and hopefully something that someday he'll actually take this and put it in his home. If you guys enjoyed the video, please subscribe, hit a like. Gabe, thank you for joining us.
You're welcome.
Oh, yeah.
You're welcome.
All right. Tell the audience, thank you for joining.
Thank you for joining.
I'll see you in the next video.
I'll see you in the next video. Maybe.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot.